But if it's hot and things like that, you want to, limit the amount of time you're in it. It's sort of like a cooler, but a little better. In here, this is not the original microwave, but this is one we had, so we swapped for the original one. This was a little nicer. That only runs when the generator's on. That and the AC unit are the only two things that will not run while you're not driving. Everything else will run, and obviously the AC outlets, the regular plug outlets, don't run while you're driving. So here we have the main brains, if you will, of the coach. This is where you check all your holding tanks. Right now they're empty. Water level, I have a little bit of water. LP gas, you see I'm about a half a tank. This is where you turn the water pump on if you wanted to use the toilet or shower while you were parked and you weren't plugged into city water. This is also where you turn the water heater on. There's a hood here and a fan, fan just like you'd have at home. There is a clock that does not work. There was originally a clock, but it never was an issue. More storage at the top here. Stuff does move a little bit. You see a little bit of some torn paper at the top there. I don't see any water stains. I think that's just the paper giving out. And so we have cups and stuff. Stuff falls. Double sink. Once again, this is a new faucet. This is a regular kitchen faucet. I believe a Delta is what I put in here, or a Price Fister, one of the two. And a squirter. That wasn't here, so I put that in. So that's real nice. You have this cutting board surface, or not cutting board, but a cover. So this becomes more of a more usable counter space. Dual sink. Underneath you have these really nice drawers that pull out. So you see we have things in here. They'll pull out for you. And, silverware and things like that, just like at home. And then we keep two garbage cans, one for recyclables, one for regular garbage. And more storage underneath. And there's actually another storage compartment, storage tray underneath the oven. So this opens up and you have another one here, which we're not even actually using. And then I don't know if I mentioned it, then the furnace is there. You have a 4-burner stove. A lot of the newer RVs only have 3, I've noticed. But this, works great. And you have an oven. This does have a standing pilot light. So when you park, you have to light the pilot light or light it each time. So it's not like a newer furnace or stove that you have in your house where, you have an igniter or something like that. But, once again, it's 25 years old, so you make some concessions that way. And then right here you have a little bit of, move that out of the way, you have a little bit of a tray that flips up and a little extra counter space for when you're working inside, which comes in handy. And finally, a little bit of storage above, and they had a little shelf here at one point. Finally, this is where your roof antenna cranks up. Remember we saw that on the roof? It cranks up and you also adjust it. And then on the bottom here is a booster for your cable, so you can plug your cable in there. That's actually the outlet of the antenna, so you can put your TV right on that shelf. So that's about it. We got a fire extinguisher there, and some charcoal we just keep inside. That's about it for the RV. Once again, 1984 Winnebago Chieftain. And if you're interested, it's cb3130.online@gmail.com. That's cb3130.online, ONLINE, @gmail.com. Or you can reply to this listing where you've seen this, and be glad to come out and have you take a look. Once again, it's not brand new, but you're also not paying brand new prices. A new coach, especially a Winnebago Chieftain, which I've been told was the top of the line back in '84. You can see it, the fit and finish when you come and look at it. Is there for something that's 25 plus years old. So, like I said, there are a couple little things. One thing I want to mention when we were up front, I didn't mention, was the controls for the heating. Only they don't change position, meaning I can't get it to come out the bottom and the top. They're pretty much stuck on defroster, and the reason that is, and I know why, and I'd be glad to show it to you when you come look at the coach, is there's a plug that plugs in some vacuum lines to the back that control the dampers that allow where the flow goes, and those are sort of dry rotted, so they're sort of stuck on the defroster, which I haven't really it hasn't been too big of a deal. And the other thing is, you'll see a little bit up here where there's been some damage over the years. I don't see any standing water. I mean, it looks, I'm holding it here, and I just washed this, and it's dry as a bone. So I think it's left over from, once again, 25 years of other people. And on this side, you see a little bit of the same thing. And we had a little bit of a leak at the windshield, which has been on this side, and there was a little bit of a leak when I first bought it in the windshield. Here you'd see a drip, and that's been sealed up. I just washed it today, and I didn't see any drip. So, a little bit here and there, but it can be expected for something of this age. Once again, the driver's door is I can't say enough about the driver's door. It just makes it real easy, rather than have to climb around. Speaking about climbing around, real quick, this is the doghouse here. This is where you come off. This is where you'd service the engine. If you check out another clip, I'll take this off, and you'll hear the engine running. And that's about it. So I appreciate your time. And please check out the other clips, and I'll have tons of pictures posted as well.